This is Dude Same.
Dude says same.
This is Dude Same.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Dude Same. This is a half-ass episode. Logan's on the road, and we are just doing audio only. And let's get right to the question. Sound good, Logan?
Sure. Actually, since we're doing an audio only episode, can we get one of those like local radio identifiers for the episode? You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, when you listen to like local radio and you're driving, it goes, this is KSAI 45.1. And there's always like a celebrity check-in too. It's like all the hits all the time. Hey guys, it's Tiny Tim and my new song,
Tiny Tim
Tulips is out. Yeah, there's always like a celebrity check-in on it. You know what I mean? This is Dude Same. Dude
says same.
This is Dude Same.
And it's like
yeah. On 111.1.
Yes. What would our number be? 69.69.
Grow up.
Sexual positions. Like,
grow up. Sex after dark.
Yes.
I would love to be one of those guys. I would love to be one of those local radio guys. Here's Ariana Grande's new smash single, Sitting on the Toilet.
Sitting on the toilet.
On
the toilet.
That girl.
You remember that? Remember that video?
Yeah. I also remember the girl on the toilet that went, where's the chapstick? You remember her?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I barely remember that. Yeah. I hated her then and I'm hating her now.
Yeah. Well, Sitting on the Toilet girl was kind of annoying too with her.
I thought that one was pretty funny.
Was it? How is Sitting on the Toilet like fit your standards, but Where's the Chapstick doesn't fit your standards?
I don't know, because like Sitting on the Toilet seemed way more genuine. Like she was just genuinely jamming to her sentence that she discovered. The Where's the Chapstick lady seemed like she was trying too hard to be funny. I don't know.
She was marketing herself. Like it was genuine. She was just sitting on the toilet and thought it was funny.
Right. That's what
Where's
I'm
the
saying.
chapstick?
No, where's the... Oh, I thought when you said she was sitting on the toilet and thought it was funny, I thought you were talking about the Sitting on the Toilet girl because she was sitting on the toilet. But you're meaning the chapstick girl was sitting on the toilet and she thought it was funny?
I'm pretty sure that both videos took place on the toilet.
I know, and I'm saying the one where she was saying, sitting on the toilet, that one was funny to me.
Right, but Where's the Chapstick wasn't. But why?
No, she was trying too hard. Because she was trying too hard to be goofy.
That's what people say about you.
That's true, though. That's why I don't think I'm funny.
Yeah.
So,
what's the question?
The question today is, what is the worst way to die?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I think about this all the time before I go to sleep.
Yeah. See, I think about this while I sit on the toilet. You and I have different perspectives on this, though, because I think of like the worst way to die as like an emotional thing, like the worst way to die.
That's never what the question means, but you can go with that answer. Like I respect it.
The worst way to die for me would be to die in front of my mom, and my mom, and specifically like there's a moment where I realize that my mom has realized she's going to watch me die, and then I die.
Yeah.
That's the worst way to go.
Yeah, that's really morbid. That's pretty terrible. I agree. That is a very terrible way. I'm going for, when you hear the question, what's the worst way to die? Most people think of it as like, what's the most painful way to die or the most scary way to die. They don't think of like, what's the way that makes me sound like the best son way to die. Oh. But for me, I think it would either be a swarm of insects that can sting and bite, attacking me and killing me, and they're crawling in every single hole of my body. They're crawling in my nostrils and my eye sockets and my mouth and my ears, and I can hear them crawling inside of my brain. Dude, imagine if you could hear oh my God, how clearly you'd be able to hear them inside your ears scraping around and they're crawling inside my butthole. And that would be terrible. And they're stinging me on the inside and outside. Millions of them. That's one way. Or being stranded in the middle of the ocean with no land around me, no land in sight, and it's nighttime and a shark or some gigantic creature starts taking chunks out of me. like 1 bite per minute, and then I bleed out, and then as I'm bleeding out, I'm sinking below the water, and I can see the reflection of like the sun against the water, but I'm underwater, and I'm looking up, and I'm sinking down, and it's just blacker, and then everything is just black, and then my ears are popping because of the pressure, and then I die from bleeding out and getting eaten by sharks. That would be terrifying. I don't know which one would be worse between those two.
Dude, same.
Dude, same. Death is
111.1.
How are you gonna die?
The most lighthearted fucking podcast in history. Yeah, I've never thought about dying in the middle of the ocean. Because what?
God, it would be so scary. It would be so fucking scary.
Do you often go sailing alone at night on the ocean?
No, there's a reason. Is because of my fear of this. I would never do that. I actually have like a rule about boats. They have to like meet a certain size for me to be able to feel comfortable going on them. If it's for the ocean, not like a lake or something. But like,
but
I'm
you're
not
acting
gonna go
as
on
if you get so many invites to be.
I
on
don't,
boats
but I mean,
that
I
you
have
to
before.
turn some down.
Well, that is the truth. Yeah, I've been invited to like go on my friend's boat on the ocean before, and then I have to tell them that I am a fraidy cat who's afraid of the ocean, and I have to have a fucking yacht to feel comfortable, or like a ship that I don't think is gonna sink. It has to be big. It has to be big enough where Jaws cannot breach onto it and break it like he did in the movie.
You're gonna need a bigger boat, super literally.
Yeah, and it's the truth. It's the goddamn truth. He was correct. Roy Scheider was correct in that movie. So I need a bigger boat if I want to go on sea, and I also don't ever want to go into like the rainforest because of all the swarms of insects that could attack me. So,
yeah. Well, you and I have talked a lot recently about the girl on social media fucking with bees.
Yeah, dude, wow, that's so crazy. She's scooping them up like liquid, like a molasses material.
Yeah, and in the most recent video when she has bees all over her forearm and all over her hand, and she just shakes them. She just shakes them off.
Oh my God.
As if she's packing her dip. Just packing a fat lip of bees. And she just shakes them off like it's nothing.
And she always says, "These bees were not trying to sting me, and so I was able to remove them without wearing safety gear." She says not trying to. That means that like you got stung at least 100 times, but you're counting that out of the 10,000, they weren't trying to because it was only 100 stings. You're still getting stung. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you think she's built up some sort of immunity to bee stings? Because like in her videos, she never seems to have any like swelling or marks on her hands. It's baffles me.
What if this girl has a serious pain kink, and that's her thing?
That'd be a dark secret to these videos that have gained a lot of popularity. Everyone's actually just watching her kind of get off. That's not okay.
Every now and then you just hear her go really lightly.
Yeah.
This is an audio only episode, so I'm really gonna hit the audio sound.
I don't understand how she does what she does, but she has like 5 million followers, and each of her videos get millions of likes. I don't understand what people like about it so much, and each video is kind of the same thing too. She's doing the same exact thing in every video. I've watched them all, so I guess I'm just like everyone else. I'm watching all of them. Why am I watching all of them when they're the exact same thing? How do I know they're the exact same thing? Because I watched all of them. Why did I watch all of them even though they're the exact same thing? I don't fucking know. What is it about these that are so fucking... I'm addicted to them too, I have to admit.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has the same reaction though. Like no one's watching them wholeheartedly and just going like, "Aw." They're all going, "What the fuck?"
I mean, I think there's a lot of people who like it because there's a lot of people who are all about save the bees these days, and I agree too from an environmental standpoint. I just don't like bees because I am afraid of them, and that is my own problem. So if a bee gets near me, I want to kill it, and that's not okay because they are our friends. They make honey and they help the ecosystem and shit. And I can't say the details as to how, but I know that they are important.
Yeah. Somebody on social media told me to save the bees, so I guess but I promise you, if I see a bee or a wasp, I am going to roadrunner run away.
Yes.
Like, that is me when I see anything that remotely reminds me of a bee. Sometimes flies look like a bee.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes, and then they go... Right.
That's my least favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, and I run like
I have to explain to people that it's all okay whenever that happens. Because I'll freak out if a fly goes in my ear because As far as I'm concerned, it's a killer hornet. And so I'll go, and I'll flail all around, and then people go, "Whoa, what's happening?" And I go, a fly flew in my ear. I'm just goofing around, you guys. But really, it was genuine fear. And I don't know how to get over that fear because I want to be on Survivor. I want to do that show. And I know I can, but not if I can't get over this dumb fear of bugs.
If you were going to be on any competition / reality show, it would be Survivor.
That's what I want to do. I genuinely want to do that. I actually want to, and I have like kind of planned out my audition tape and shit. So like it's something I really want to do. It's a show I've watched since I was little. I know it's reality TV. I know how much of it might be kind of planned and stuff, but it is genuine. Yeah. It's not like it's rigged or anything. It's a real show, and it's just so entertaining to me. It's a hilarious show, but it's also just very entertaining for a reality show. So
I want to do every competition show that I'm not suited for right now. And so I want to do like American Ninja Warrior, but it's me now.
That'd be fun.
And so, yeah, and or like I do Ink Master, and I do it now, having never drawn a picture or tattooed anyone.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do some reality show where I'm just not suited and not fit and should not be on the show at all.
You're gonna get kicked off in the first episode.
I know, but that first episode would be gold, absolute fucking gold.
I suppose. How come?
Yeah. Because I would go on and I would be so determined. Like I'd do the whole pre-American Ninja Warrior interview, and I'd come up with some sob story about how my grandma told me that the only way that she was going to survive cancer was going to be if I climbed the pyramid, and I would spill all my guts on it, and I might even shed a tear, and then I would get to the first obstacle, and you would see me having just played like high school baseball. And that's the maximum athletic effort that I've ever put out, and it would be great, and I would let everybody down, and it would be hilarious.
That would be pretty funny. They show your entire sob story, making everyone think you're gonna win, and you die.
Yeah. Would you let me put a little tattoo on you if I let you put a little tattoo on me?
Where?
I don't know. Maybe like the thigh or something like that.
I like the idea, but I would want it to be like, we have to actually choose something for each other that's cool, not being dicks.
No, I wouldn't like tattoo a penis on you. Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, not a literal dick, but I mean like, I wouldn't want you to do that or a cupcake or something stupid. Right. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that'd be cool. But I want to get some real tattoos first that I've decided upon before I let you do my first tattoo.
Yeah,
I have none.
But stay tuned. Upcoming episode of Dude Same, Andy and I.
We're gonna tattoo each other's ass cheeks.
Nice. What to you is the worst kind of guy?
I don't like the types of guys who act like they're on women's side when you can tell that they're just doing it and saying all the stuff that they've read on social media just to get girls to think that they're sympathetic and understanding and caring and shit. And you can just tell that they're a slimy piece of shit, and you know it because you know them a little bit and you went to school with them, so you know that they're not actually like that. And then you see them start doing that shit. And that's the worst type of guy.
I just want to point out to the listener that Andy and I did not discuss. We do no prep. We do absolutely no prep for these episodes.
That's what you were going to say.
But I fucking knew that was the answer, and I knew I had it written down I didn't write down the question. I just wrote down the answer. And I've come up with, I call these guys guys. And you have to say it just like that every time. That's what you just described is a guy to me.
I think the world describes them as betas, right? Isn't that the term?
Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody's a beta. But
yeah.
This guy that's like, not that you care, but
dude, no, yeah. No, that's even worse. That's like another level is when they are posting on their social medias like sympathy statuses, like, I just have all these thoughts and emotions and no one to share them with, ... And then like some girl comments, message me. And he gets a boner.
Or it's like, well, no girl like you would ever date me. I'm too nice.
Keeping it vague who he's referring to, but hoping that one girl will see it.
Yeah. Or this line. This is the best one. You ready? This is the gold one. Okay, I'll stop bothering you now. That's it. That's the line.
And there's always an ellipses.
Yeah. There has to be like 6 dots. That's it. But yeah, it's in the same vein as like, wow, honestly, you should not date that guy because he is not treating you the right way. The only guy that would treat you right is me.
That's not how I treat women. I don't treat women like that. I mean, when I'm with my girl, I don't have a girl right now, but like when I'm with my girl, when I had a girl, like I was always opening the door for her. I was giving her flowers. She's my princess. I treat her like a princess, and like I would just, girl, I would treat you like a princess. And not that like you have to like do anything with me though, but like you don't deserve him.
Yeah, and then you just throw in at the end.
You don't deserve him. I meant to say he doesn't deserve you.
He doesn't deserve you. Yeah. There's this guy on TikTok that I've seen that does sort of that character a little bit, but it's based on like a guy at youth group. Like you didn't go to church as like a kid, but I did, and I went to church as like a high schooler, where like these guys are just egomaniacs.
I know.
They act as
some
if
of
it's
those
like,
guys, dude.
I'm tapped into God, and so I'm tapped into you, and like I'm not gonna treat you wrong because I'm tapped into God. And it's like, listen, God's really calling me to just like slap your cheeks left and right. Like God has told me that I need you to send me nudes. I need you to show me your boobs.
And I don't know why he's asking me to ask you this, and I think there's going to be some greater purpose, but let's just go with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I want to send a message out to our listeners real quick.
Right.
So I'm challenging Andy's TikTok followers.
Oh.
I think it was 2014 in the year of our Lord. And I was on a cruise. I was on a Mediterranean cruise.
On a Caribbean cruise, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I was on a Mediterranean cruise, okay? And I celebrated my birthday. And on my birthday, on the cruise, they brought me a birthday cake. This is all going somewhere. Just stick with me.
Yeah, where the hell is this going?
Yeah, they brought me a birthday cake. And I cut the birthday cake, and I sent a piece of my birthday cake via the waiter to the most attractive girl that was my age at a separate table with her family, which, first off, Jesus Christ, my dick is huge.
Stupid.
Second off, she took the piece of cake, she got super red, and it was adorable, and she was really cute, and I felt like a fucking baller.
But then she saw who sent it to her.
And she got even more red and was
she
like,
puked
damn, that Graga's dick is huge.
That Graga's dick is huge?
Yeah, okay, that guy. I'm going to fix it in post. We'll fix it in post.
Nah.
Don't. Anyway, and then her grandma, later on at the club on the cruise ship, I was chilling, and her grandma brought me a note on a napkin that said, birthday cake girl's name is Andrea. And that was it. That was the end.
Nice.
My balls were too small to go and try and talk to Andrea.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I never spoke to her again. I never went up to her. Her grandma brought me a napkin that said birthday cake girl's name is Andrea. Obviously, she wanted to like talk to me, and I just played it cool. I played hard to get, and it turned out that I was so hard to get that I never saw her again.
Yeah, you were supposed to make the next move there, I think.
Yeah.
That's
but
hilarious.
Here I am, 7 years later. I'm challenging every listener.
That's the message you want.
Put this on TikTok. Find
Andrea?
Birthday cake girl named Andrea.
Hashtag birthday cake Andrea.
Yeah, I kept the napkin for a really long time, but I don't have it anymore.
You have it framed.
Yeah,
in a box.
Because it was the biggest dick moment I've ever had in my life.
You were such a dick when you did that.
No. It was
that was when you were the biggest dick. Yeah.
No, I had the biggest dick in that moment. Because your dick changes sizes depending on how forward you are with women.
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm at a club and I walk up to a girl and I go, I know you don't want to talk to me, then my dick is very small in that moment. Yeah. Micro. We're talking micro.
Microwave. All right. We're on a good roll here, everyone.
Anyway, let's find Andrea.
Yeah, hashtag find her. Hashtag find her.
And I remember what she looks like, so don't try and fucking fake it. You know the weirdest part about being on the road is I still like listening to the radio sometimes. We've talked about this before. I get tapped. I like being tapped into music, but I always know when I'm getting close to home because the radio starts going like this. Heading down south to the land of the pine, I'm thumbing my way to North Carolina.
Well, wait,
that's what
like
the radio always sounds like.
that's the radio starts doing that? Like you're listening to a radio station, but suddenly country starts interfering? What do you mean?
Yeah. There's like a nuclear signal from Iowa that just sends out Wagon Wheel on repeat.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm because I like listening to the radio. Every now and then I'll like turn off my podcast or turn off the sound of my own voice in my car speakers, because that's what I listen to.
Yes.
I listen to Dude Same on repeat while I drive.
You just listen to you.
Yeah.
Saying,
and as
Logan is awesome. Logan is awesome. Logan, it's your own voice. You recorded it.
Don't be afraid of your night in heaven.
That's one of the best fucking jokes on that show.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like, as you start getting close to Iowa, it's like country music, and it's not just country music. It's the same country music that's been playing since we were kids, and it never changes for some reason.
I know. I mean, yeah, I believe you. I wouldn't know, though, because I honestly never had to be forced to listen to country music unless I was in a store or in a restaurant.
Yeah.
But like, so I don't know what the same country songs that played since, because I didn't really ever hear them often enough to ever memorize them. Because I'm really fucking cool, and when I hear country music, I turn that shit off because I'm really fucking cool, and anybody who listens to country music is not cool because country music sucks. I'm just joking, everyone who's getting really mad right now. I'm just joking because we have millions of listeners, and there are 10,000 of you who are furious right now because I just dissed country music. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't like it.
Also, people used to sell shit on the radio.
Yeah, like the Grapevine, it was called, right?
Yeah, like if you had a spare table leg, you would just sell it for like $10 on the radio.
Yeah,
and the thing is, God, dude, that would be fucking gold if we could tap into that and find those calls, because it was some old guy who's like 65 calling in and going, yeah, Ben, and the guy's name was actually Ben. I remember that. Yeah, Ben, I got this table in my basement. I built it in '49, and just was curious if anybody would want it. And then
no.
And then somebody would buy it. Somebody would want it, and they would buy it.
Yeah. Then the internet came along, and
it's just weird to think about.
Craigslist and everything. Things progress, and they get better.
Yeah.
And you don't have to listen to the radio anymore to listen to old Ben's table. Let's do. I got an Andy's Candy that I want to talk about because I love aliens. Aliens, just thinking about aliens is cool, and I think that they're most likely real. I don't know if they've actually like been here physically or whatever. I love like reading alien stories and everything, and I'm really skeptical at the same time. But logically, it would make sense that aliens exist to me. So it's such a fascinating topic. And lately, I've been kind of into alien movies, and the movie Alien is classic. That's a great one. We watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind recently. So my Andy's Candy is alien movies, I guess, for right now. So we watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and that movie is so fucking sweet. It's Steven Spielberg. It was made in the 70s, and it's an alien movie. And what I love so much about it is it's like every alien nerd's dream. Like if you're an alien nerd and you are like obsessed with aliens and you want them to be real, like the way that I do, even though I know that like I don't want to, I'm not the type of person who just believes everything I hear about aliens, but I think it'd be really cool if aliens did contact us within our lifetime, and if they were not harmful and they weren't trying to kill us and they were peaceful and they wanted to communicate with us and learn from us. And so in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, it's just the epic alien movie for a person like that, because the aliens are not trying to kill you and the types of contact that they make is just super cool. So that's a good one. Fucking Arrival is another really good movie. I really love that movie. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I was gonna say Arrival has the same feeling where like the aliens you can go on like a date with them.
Yes, exactly. You fall in love with these aliens, Abbott and Costello. That's what they named the aliens, I remember, in Arrival. And that's a really cool movie because of the whole concept of how you would start communicating with something that also has its own form of language, but neither of you knows how to do that. Like, it was just really cool seeing them break down, like showing each other. He's walking across the thing and it says Ethan walks, and it was just really cool. The montage of them learning communication with these aliens, and how the aliens weren't actually trying to harm them and everything. And there's the part where the bomb was put in there, that somebody put a bomb in there to like try and blow up the aliens, and the aliens see the bomb and they are trying to warn Amy Adams and what's his name to get out of there, and they start tapping
Hawkeye.
on the glass. Dung, dung. Yeah, Hawkeye. What's his fucking name?
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. He has that song. He has a song.
I didn't know he has a song.
Yeah, and a music video. He has a song and a music video. It's pretty
Jeremy
funny.
Renner does?
Yeah, look it up.
Is it called Bow and Arrow?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But the aliens start tapping on the glass, trying to warn them to get out of there, and it's just really cool. So this brings me to Signs. I just watched Signs with Chelsea, and I hadn't actually ever seen it. I remember one shot of it, and like from childhood, I had seen one shot of the movie, and it's the shot where the leg is seen in the corn, and it like turns in, and Mel Gibson's all like, "Whoa, what the heck?" And it's just a really quick shot, and that's all I remembered from it. So I was basically watching it for the first time, and it kind of sucked. I didn't love it. And it's all about like faith and like believing in God and stuff. It turns out in the end, which is weird to me. And also stuff just didn't make sense. Like the alien and all the aliens leave. And they say it's almost like something scared them off. The aliens just left, and they're like, okay, and then they leave the basement. But then there's one alien left in the house, and that's the climax of the movie. Never explains why all the aliens left, though. It never gets back to that. And there's one alien left, and they just easily take him out with a baseball bat and some cups of water. It did not satisfy. That's all I got to say about that.
The scene where it's a birthday party and the alien walks in the back.
That's pretty cool.
Made me poop my pants.
Yeah, see, I like stuff like that, and I liked that, and I like alien movies when they have those creepy kinds of little beginning inklings of like, oh, there's aliens here, ooh, creepy, weird, what's going on? So that was cool, and him discovering the crop signs and the crops was cool, but the climax just kind of sucked.
Background scares are something we've talked about before as being something that makes the hair on my butt.
Yeah, dude, and we're both thinking of the same scene right now. We're both thinking of the exact same scene from Insidious where she runs and checks on her baby, and at first you don't see it, and I'm getting goosebumps right now because I'm picturing it in my head, but then you do see the guy standing behind the veil behind the baby's crib. And it's like the camera is on it for like a second and a half before, and then the music goes, and it's all delayed, and it does it when you see it. It does it when you realize it's there, and it's so perfect, and it gives me the fucking chills. And yeah,
I have them right now, dude. But also, I bet the other thing that we've talked about is the scene in the first It movie, where the librarian is just in the background as Ben is scrolling through the book. And she just smiles at him.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What is up with that? That's creepy.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah,
that one's scary when because you don't notice it, and then when you do, she's just smiling at him.
Yeah, It Chapter 1 has a good amount of those types of background scares too. Like not background scares, but just really creepy stuff that you don't notice on the first time.
Yeah.
Like especially with the TV, because there's like that children's program that's always playing where there's like a stand of kids, and it's like, and you hear her like whatever, Beverly's walking and like trying to sneak up on her dad or whatever, and you just hear the TV in the background saying, "It's fun to be a clown. Go play in the sewers with your friends and clown around." And it's all like weird and creepy, and like the audio is like distorting and stuff. Stuff like that is creepy. Yeah, I like movies that can do that real well.
The first It movie is a killer on the detail scares, the detail creepiness, because we also talk about when Pennywise line. Well, so the editing on his voice. Is awesome because it's such a minute, weird detail that makes it so uneasy.
Yeah.
Because that line where he goes, "Come join the Clownettes," and it's all
come
like,
join the Clownettes.
It's all clipped and it's like,
why does it
it's
sound
as if
so
they
weird?
just took out frames. You know what I mean? It's
come
as if
join
they
the Clownettes.
Yeah, they just took out tiny little frames of the words, and it just causes uneasiness. Again, just a lighthearted podcast. Just a nice
talking about killer clowns. I mean, at least we're not talking about how we die anymore. That was pretty dark, dying in front of your mom.
That depends on your relationship with your mom, I suppose.
I bet some people would love to die in front of their mom for some reason.
Or their mom would love to watch them die.
Ooh, you never know. That's Andy's Candy. I'll be sucking on those aliens all week. I'm not going to be sucking on the aliens, genitals. I just mean if the aliens were candy. No, I would not. When I say I'll be sucking on them all week, it's referring to Andy's Candies as if Andy's Candy is a hard candy. I might change it. Maybe I'll say I'll be licking that all week, like the candy is a lollipop maybe this week. Or I could say I'll be munching on that all week. Or
no, I will be licking or sucking.
I'll be sucking it until it melts in my mouth all week. I'll be holding it in my mouth all week. There's a lot of different types of ways you can eat candy, so I have options.
Yeah. You know the Lindt chocolate?
Yeah.
Lindor. Those always kind of make me feel a little naughty. Because you like bite into it and it like explodes in your mouth. And I'm like, All right, chill out, chocolate.
I never feel naughty. I can't get enough. I feel like a crackhead because
I feel like I need to call the chocolate daddy after I eat it.
Yeah, there's commercials of Lindt himself. I think it's supposed to be a guy named Lindt Lindor, and there's a guy who's like making the chocolates in a chocolate factory, and his hat is a chef's hat, and it says Lindt, and it's spelled Lindt because that's how you spell Lindt, and he's making chocolate, but it's just an actor.
You remember that Orbit commercial where the girl went, "You Lindt liquor," and then everybody was saying that for like 4 years.
You Lindt liquor. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. It was that whole thing. Yeah. Commercials, man. Commercials suck, and it sucks that people just quote them so much. Hump day. Shut up. Shut your fucking trap. Let's stop with the commercials, okay?
Yeah, how about Hump Day just becoming part of fucking culture?
It's crazy how many commercials have become part of culture.
Yeah.
Like Flo from Progressive. Everyone knows who that is.
Yeah.
What is in Logan's locker?
Logan's locker today is, I just want to make a point real quick before I do Logan's locker. I'm really not that angry.
You're about to be pissed off.
Yeah, but I feel like if you actually have listened to the podcast, let me just address our listener real quick. I'm really not that mad. I joke about it, and I'm definitely more straight edge than Andy is, but you know, most days I'm okay with being alive. Yeah. So anyway, Logan's locker. I'm mad, but I promise I'm not always mad. But anyway, so Apple Music. I have Apple Music because I'm not broke. So I don't have Spotify for free. But Apple Music just added a feature where if you pick a song, it'll autoplay similar music. You can turn it on and off. And I like that feature because I've always wanted, what I want on Apple Music or Spotify is to be able to choose a song and then go and select, show me every playlist that contains this song. That's the feature that I want, because I want to be able to find, you and I listen to a shit ton of music, and I want to be able to take a random song that I like from the 70s punk scene and click it and go, show me every playlist that contains this song, and then I can find tons of playlists that are just molded around that song and have that same idea, and then I can find all this new music that's in that same sort of vein. And you can't do that on Apple Music or Spotify, as far as I know. So this autoplay similar music thing is a similar thing to where, like, if I have a song that I like, I can just turn on the autoplay similar music thing. But it's garbage. The algorithm is garbage. And I don't know if it's because they're just I don't know if it's just because they just rolled it out or what. It's horrible. The other day, I shit you not. Listen, we joke around on Dude Sam a lot, but I'm going to be 150% honest and serious with you right now. I was listening to Come Together by the Beatles. You know that song. Mm-hmm. The next song, autoplay similar music, was Love Story by Taylor Swift. I swear to God, dude, I'm not joking with you. So Logan's Locker is, what the fuck is going on, Apple? Can we get this shit together? Yeah. Because I want to be able to find similar music to what I'm listening to specifically, but I really don't need you coming out of left field with some bullshit that's not even similar at all.
You just got to get on the Spotify train. Spotify does that automatic thing that you're describing, and I like it. I've discovered a lot of artists from it. But
Spotify definitely has better playlists, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. What is 70s punk? I didn't know punk was around in the 70s. What do you just or was that just a random example you said?
No, punk started in the 70s.
When I think of punk, I'm thinking of like punk rock, and that makes me think like 80s, 90s. I didn't know it started in the 70s. What's like a 70s?
What is the pinnacle of punk rock to you in your mind?
I'm not the biggest fan, so like I think of Blink-182. That's like the first type of punk rock band that comes to my head, or like Sum 41, like punk bands like that.
No, so that's a very specific vein of punk. Like people would call that pop punk, which I don't really like that term. But no, punk rock started with like the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, the Buzzcocks, the Misfits.
Oh, okay. I would just I guess I didn't know that it was classified as punk rock.
So that's punk. And then like a lot of people would tell you that Blink-182, Sum 41, The Offspring, Bowling for Soup, things like that are pop punk.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. But the other thing is I really like vintage punk. I think it's cool. But so in the 70s is when punk started coming out to people. And that was like the Ramones. and the Sex Pistols. And then what happened was like MTV came out in the 80s and punk was like counterculture. And this is just turning into an informational podcast. Dude, same. And so in the 80s when MTV came out, punk started to go even less poppy because they didn't want to be on MTV. They wanted to be underground and they wanted to be counterculture. And so that's where like this anarchy punk came out. Where it was like Black Flag and stuff like that, where it was just like riot music, you know? And then it turned into this like gross like white supremacist shit. But like when Green Day started making music, which was like the late 80s, that was the first time that punk started to go super mainstream because they were doing like the catchy punk that the Ramones had done, and then people started like paying attention and listening to it. But there was a really long time there where punk went as far anarchist and dark and just not really good music. Like it wasn't really good music at all, because they just refused to be mainstream. It had to be counterculture. Yeah. So next week on Logan's Locker, we'll discuss 80s new wave.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just turns into an educational podcast.
Should we do some VT?
It's final time.
For final time today, I am doing, we're going to talk about Earth, Wind & Fire Greatest Hits album, because that is a classic album, that's an easy album, and that's an album that I grew up with. And for some reason, I have like 3 copies of that on vinyl. I think it's because they were all my dad's, and he gave them all to me, and so I still have them. Don't know why I have so many, don't know why he had so many. But it's a great album. It's got the greatest hits, and Earth, Wind & Fire is one of the best bands. It's got fucking Fantasy, After the Love Is Gone, Reasons, Boogie Wonderland, all these songs that you know and love that you've heard your parents listening to. Some fucking bangers, some classics. Earth, Wind & Fire is the pinnacle of funk and R&B, soul that I just love. And my dad played a lot of Earth, Wind & Fire when I was growing up, and so I know a lot of their music, and they just hit a special home in my heart whenever I hear Fantasy, which was like the first Earth, Wind & Fire song that I ever became obsessed with as like a toddler. It's just great music, and everyone loves it. No matter what, you play some Earth, Wind & Fire, people always dig it. So check out the Greatest Hits album if you've never heard Earth, Wind & Fire, I guess. And that's a minute. Yeah, that's my vinyl time.
I like that. I like Let's Groove.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I like how it's like a vocoder. Order. We can book it now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good shit.
That's a good song. Yeah. My vinyl time is a special one. I don't need a minute to talk about it. But my vinyl time is my grandpa, my mom's dad, recorded a lot of music in his time. He was a musician. He played music in Lake of the Ozarks a lot. And a ridiculously fucking talented guitarist. And specifically, I want to talk about this 45 that he recorded, which the 2 songs on the 45 on side 1 and side 2 are songs that my grandma wrote and then he recorded.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is like so awesome. Yeah, I fucking love that. But here, I'll play a little clip of it because I have it right here.
Pardon me, my mistake. I never really thought you'd go. Pardon me, my mistake. I never knew I'd miss her so.
Oh,
that's like a time capsule. That's so
cool. Man, that's so fucking awesome. And you can hear the dust on the vinyl recording and stuff. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. My grandma wrote it, and they've both passed away now, so it's like super trippy and super awesome. I fucking love that. And he was a badass on guitar and a good singer too.
Yeah,
he could sing.
No, he could have been. I mean, hearing that, he could have been famous, but he just happened to not get super famous. But like, he was easily good enough to. Yeah.
He was super inspired by Elvis. You can hear from the vibrato. Pardon me.
Yeah.
You know. But super good. Yeah, and it's a good story too about how many guys there are in the guys and girls in the world that are probably just ridiculously talented and skilled musicians.
Yeah.
And just nobody knows. You know?
Yeah, I like those kind of really old-timey sounding songs too. I don't mean that in like a bad way, but you know, like I said, you can just hear the age of the song, and it's a time capsule, and I like that vibe, and I like how a lot of them are really simple meanings, but like said in really good ways. You know what I mean? I can't think of any examples, but You know what song? I don't know if it's a country song, but it's weird lyrics. Maybe it's like pop folk. What would you consider that? Nah, nah, honey, I'm good. I got another, but I probably shouldn't. I'm by somebody at home, and if I don't, I'll leave alone. I don't like that song. But also those lyrics kind of bug me because it's like he's saying, nah, I'm good. Like I could drink some more with you, but I have a wife at home, and if I have some more, I might have sex with you and cheat on her.
That's the kicker is, man, I can't have another drink, otherwise I'm gonna slam it between your legs.
What kind of song is that?
No whiskey for me. I can't plow this chick next to me.
Yeah. Is that a country song though? Would you consider that country?
No, that's just a pop song.
It's like a
Andy Grammer.
It's like a Cotton Eye Joe song.
Well,
that's like a club. Cotton Eye Joe is like a folky sounding club song, isn't it?
Country club. We should make that genre country club. Like that. What's that fucking Luke Bryan song? Country girl, shake it for me, girl, shake it for me, girl.
I don't know that one.
Shake it for me. Wow. It's a country club song.
Country club.
Patent. Dude, same.
That does not sound fun to me. Going line dancing, square dancing, hip flap, seven hoop dancing. I'll meet you high noon at the saloon dancing. That's not.
Did you say hip scop and hoopsha?
Said something like that.
Fuck. This is a half-ass episode.
Hey, it's fun though. It's fun. Hey, we did it though, right? We finished our segs.
Yeah. Can I talk about one more thing?
We can talk about as much as we want, really.
All right, I want to talk about one more thing. I went to a hip club today.
Hey.
Since we're on the subject of clubs. I went to a hip club. And I want to show you an image of what I discovered at the hip club. Which is, why do we have to have the most uncomfortable chairs in the history of fucking chairs?
Because it's pretty hip. Not gonna lie, that picture's pretty fucking rad, dude. Look at the color schemes. I like the pink up there in the top left, and that's purple on the top right, and the green in the middle. And now I know you can't tell because you're colorblind, but there's a lot of different colors going on here, Logan. Looks really cool. You could post this on Instagram, get 1,000 likes.
I don't give a fuck about the colors. All I give a fuck about is my fucking back and sitting on this hay bale.
Why are we sitting on cylinders?
Right. In what world is anyone's ass comfortable sitting on a cup, an upturned cup?
I mean, at least it looks cushiony. Was it cushiony?
No. It's a pound of wood.
No back support.
And then just a tiny little thread on top of it.
You could sit on the booth part of it. There's a booth right next to there.
Right, but I got kicked off the booth and I got kicked to these circles. Well, thanks for joining us on the first half-ass episode of Dude Same, and probably the last total episode of Dude Same, I would assume.
We're never going to do a full episode again. It's down here from here.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for joining us for the first 2 weeks, everybody. Dude Same!
Dude Same!